Hello and welcome back. Okay, so this is the last stream of the evening. The other one, yet again, botch landing. I'm really bad at those landings when on stream. I swear I'm better than that. If you did watch the other video, you would have saw how crappy that landing was. Well, you know, the landing wasn't necessarily bad. It was the stupid it wouldn't slow down the aircraft, so I don't know what the deal was. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take a short flight from Dallas Fort Worth, which is actually my home base, and we are going to fly to San Antonio, which is by air it's about an hour south of here, and by car it's about 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, we're gonna jump in and get straight to it. We are taking the Flight Factor A320 again, and we thought we'd try my hand at that and see if I can actually nail a landing on this time. So let's go ahead and get her powered up. Ground power, chocks, external power, battery 1, battery 2, and we're gonna start with the alignment of the Addons, I think they're called on this aircraft, not IRS, which, I mean, it's really the same thing. ADIRS, so yeah. I just think the people at Airbus call them something different, like they call their FMC a McDo instead, and technically it is the same thing also. Alright, so going on down to crew supply oxygen. We will flip on the seatbelts, the no smoking signs, and the emergency exit. We will turn on our navigation lights while we are parked here, and the logo. Alright, so let's go ahead and call the fuel truck, the passenger, and the baggage loaders. Alright. Alright, so give me a sec. I will pull up the flight plan from SimBrief, and we will get the data, fuel, passengers, load, all that stuff. Also, I pulled the, because I was having you know, so many issues with the chat earlier. I decided to pull up the YouTube chat on my laptop here, and along with the Twitch chat, so I can really get an idea of what's happening on going on. Sorry. Okay, so for fuel. Yep, start with fuel. It says we need 6.4. So this worked pretty well earlier, so I'm going to type in the fuel that we need. And then the passengers, packs, it says 169. Again, we are pretty full. You know what is interesting on here? I think it's the configuration of the cabin, because it says that passengers is 169 is the estimate, but as you can see, this aircraft only goes to 136. So we're not really too sure on that one. It's always the same number. The payload is 17.6. Nope. So in kilograms versus pounds again. Jeez, I don't know the conversion. I didn't do it last time, but let's just do a quick conversion this time. Okay, pounds to kilograms. And guys, just so you know, I don't claim to be an expert at this aircraft or anything like that. I figure we could learn together. You could tell me what I'm doing wrong, you know, and you know, we can learn and try things together. That's the same with any of the aircraft in here. I do this because I have a passion for aviation and simulation, and I have a lot of fun with it. So, 79. Okay. It's still... Okay, there we go. Alright, yep, and the flight number today, it's posted up in the bar. I realized from my last stream that that wasn't showing correctly where we were going. So it said I was going from Denver to Denver. So... yeah, I made sure that it is actually reporting the correct thing this time. We're going to leave this right here because we're going to need this next. But let's go down to the FMC, or the McDo, sorry. And let's do the initialization. So we're KDFW. We are going to KSAT, which is San Antonio. Okay, confirm a line. Okay, alignment process has begun. Flight number is American Airlines. This was originally done on a 737, but I don't care. I wanted to do this route, and the only other aircrafts I saw were 321s, and it was a different route. It was a really weird routing, so we're gonna do this and pretend that our 737 is non-functional and they replaced it with an A320. Okay, so our cost index, SimBrief is telling us that it's 15. It was 5 last time. I don't know how it randomly generates this stuff, but I'm sure that's pretty much what it is. It's a random generation. The flight is an hour. We're only going up to 320 on the flight level. Hey, Aviation 180, how's it going? I just saw your message come through. I don't know if it's popping up on the stream. Could you guys tell me, is it popping up on the overlay? It's really small, so I can't see the overlay myself. And then I think somebody else just said hi as well. Alright, well, let me not get distracted. Okay, so... we don't want to do that just yet, not until I disconnect everything. Let's go over and do the flight plan. 17, it's either 17 right or left. I want to make sure I get it right. 17 right. Let's go the wrong direction. There we go. SIDS, we are going out of Jasper 5. I think is how you say that. Jasper, I think. I do not have well traffic 3 frame rate killer. I just have static for now, but I'm thinking about trying it. Maybe, I don't know. Let's give it a try, I guess, and see. It does look like your chat is now coming up on the overlay from what I can see, so that's pretty cool. That wasn't working in the last flight, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, maybe you could tell me how is it performance-wise compared to just static traffic. Okay. So after Jasper, gonna... I swear I keep, like, losing focus on this. Jasper. Just making sure this matches up. I think it's a window. Oops. And then window. To arrival. And arrival is 13 right. So something else that I've noticed about the KSAT airport is the runway says 12 on it, so I think it's an older scenery. It threw me off when I first flew into it, but again, if you guys know if there's any better San Antonio around, it'd be great, but I don't think it's gonna be a very popular airport, I'm guessing. Okay. Via, are we doing any? No. Okay, so I'm pretty wait a minute. I just suck at putting this in again. I'm just so used to Boeing. Well, I'm gonna clear the manual vectors. We don't have any air traffic control. Hello, well, traffic 3 depends on what PC you have. Felt it much better static, especially in the US. Yeah, I bet it matches the aircraft models a lot better because I find that I'm parked next to aircraft that shouldn't even be in this country. I I'm missing stuff. A window to Marks. To Ron, to Troop, to Chris. Nope, that's right. Oops. To JTAX. Hasdo is not something I saw in there, or Alamo. Kinda don't want to touch him though. Let me just make sure this is okay from up here. Well, I'll flip through the plan up here and just see where we're going. Yeah, did you say help like with the flight plan or help with World Traffic 3? But yeah, my system specs for World Traffic 3, I mean, I have an 8700K and a GTX 1080 Ti, so it's not a slouch, but I still, especially at the airport I'm sitting at right now, I am having a couple of frame rate issues you might see on the taxi out. Okay. Okay, it's going around like there's some kind of restriction in place. No, I just used mixture sim brief in the Nevergraph charts. I guess I could just connect it. Does not. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because I would be getting the manual vectors. So yeah, it's now making sense. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna disconnect the fuel truck. The fuel truck. Remove passengers. Remove the cargo. And then we let me just turn this down. I don't like how bright that is. We'll put it right there. Let's come down here. As soon as we don't have an ATC, we'll score 2000. TARA. Of course, traffic alert is only activated when we're at the gate. Once we start taxiing out, that should automatically go over. Let me pull active sky and get the weather real quick. Well, I appreciate the help on the flight plan. I think I'm gonna try. It's looking okay, so I think I'm gonna go with that for now. 29.96. Okay, that's sync. Because we don't have any ATC, I'm gonna just take us straight up to 36,000. Not 36, I'm a tool, 32. 36 was the last flight I did. Okay. Let me go ahead and pop this back out. I think that's gonna be better on the eyes than keep going, zooming in and zooming back out again. Let's do a wait request. Yep. Fuel. Yep. Don't need to be on there. I do need to be on here though. V2 and VR 139. We'll do 134 on V1. Flaps and takeoff trim setting down 0.2. 1/DN 0.2. And again, I don't have anything for this flex the temperature. I'd like to try it out, but I've never seen anybody pull a calculation other than stick a random number in there. So if anybody knows what you're supposed to put in there, where you're supposed to get the calculation from, I'd really like to know that too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll put the flight plan on this screen. And we'll leave the takeoff data over here. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. Master switch to the APU. Wait for flap open to appear on the APU and then we can start the APU. Calculation for the flex to temperature. The flex takeoff that I always see people put in Airbus. I don't know how they're getting the calculation. Let's turn on the constraints. Flap open. We are safe to go ahead and stop. Yeah, I gotta figure it out still. I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. I watch another guy on here, V1 Simulation. You know, maybe he can let me know. I'm part of that Discord. Maybe they can let me know how to get that. I just haven't asked. It's only when I go to fly it that I realize that I don't have it. Okay, the APU is starting. And the APU is available. Okay, let's go ahead and plan the pushback. Alright.
Ground to
Oh! I didn't mean to hit
Please
stop,
tell me where you wanna go.
but that's okay. That's okay. Alright. So... Hold on, let me cancel that real quick. I need to look at the chart to see what direction we're gonna go. Okay, so we need to back out of here and be facing to the right. Okay, let's try that again. We'll go ahead and we'll stick her right there.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yeah, I don't use it either. I've seen it used though. It's supposed to reduce the throttle on the engines on takeoff when you don't need to use the whole of the thrust.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Let's go ahead and ground power and chocks. Okay.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Let's go have a look outside, shall we? This thing's supposed to lift up the aircraft. There we go, it's lifting the wheel up. That's pretty cool.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Release and parking brake.
Starting pushback and
Beacon on.
release our engines.
This is not JetBlue, it's just the default built-in announcements. I want to change them if I can figure out a way to do that. But what it's come with, the BSS sound pack. It's engine 1. Gonna listen to the engine start. There's those beautiful sounds. Don't forget, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Also, follow if you're on Twitch. Or go ahead and subscribe if you want to hear more. Okay. Engine 1 is available. Let's start engine 2. 2 is started. Available. Set that to speed brake. Armed. Flaps 1.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Set park brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, we can go ahead and turn off the APU. Disconnect and hand signals. Okay, let's do a control check real quick. Okay, brother, full right.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Alright, see you next time. Alright. And flight stick all the way right, all the way left, all the way down, all the way up, neutral. Flight control check is complete. Alright. So let's go ahead and flip on a taxi and turn offs. And let's make our way over to the runway. Alright, there's the hand signal right there. We are good to go. Alright, release parking brake. And a little bit of throttle. I should have probably... It would have been better if I'd had him actually push me out to that other line there, because I'm going to have to really swing wide on this turn now. You know... Actually, according to the chart, I can go up and around the corner here. Yeah, I can, so we're going to do that instead. I feel like we're taxiing way too fast. Okay. Alright. So let's just go ahead and swing around here. Beautiful. To go this way. That's cabin control check. Cabin ready. Hang right here. Coming around. There we go. Okay. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I can't see your name right now. There's a really small text in the corner. I'll check it once we get to the runway. Okay. So the chart shows there's actually 3 positions you can come onto the runway at. They're all right after each other, kind of just like this. Is this a freeway airport? I think you just said no. I had to pay for this. I had some points though, but it's Aerosoft, so anything I've noticed, Aerosoft seems to eat the FPS, so it's not the most performance friendly. Okay. Let's go ahead and park here. Hit the takeoff config button. Ivan, thanks for watching. Okay. Go ahead, turn on the landing lights, nose wheel to take off, strobes on, wing on, even though there's no ice, and I think they only turn that on when there's ice. And then let's go. Okay. Wow, my brakes need an adjustment on this thing. They seem really sensitive. Now's not the time for that. Alright. Setting on the brakes up to 50%. Stable. And Mantoga. Auto thrust is blue. Runway SRS green. And chrono, because I forgot to hit that. And it's probably the other one, I think, but hey, it doesn't matter. It'll still track the time. V1, rotate. Alright. Nope. Positive right gear up. That's what I meant to say. Not hit the gear twice. Alright, so we'll just we'll just track this straight line for a minute. Flaps can come up. And there's that wonderful X-plane inner marker, outer marker sound. Level climb. Okay, let's go ahead and activate autopilot 1. Okay, let's disarm that. The runway turnouts can come off. The nose light, but the landing lights stay on until 10,000 feet. There's beautiful Texas below. And my water modification. That's the first time I've seen it in action. That's pretty cool. This is not your standard scenery, by the way. This is Ortho photos. The Forkboy Orthos you can download for pretty much the whole of the United States. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I only have enough drive space for the United States, and that's barely it. Alright. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So, let me just catch up. You know, the chat on is not disappearing. It's supposed to time out after like 20 seconds, but apparently it just stays on the screen the whole time. I think... There we go. Yeah, I gotta find a better way of doing that. As always, if you like the video, go ahead, like and subscribe, drop a comment below. If you're watching on Twitch, just go ahead and drop me a follow. That would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you for joining me on this short flight. And it'll probably be over in about an hour, but I wanted to get something else in before I go to bed, so... Yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks again. Ah, that water. Oh, she's above 10,000. We can go ahead and turn off the landing lights. So this is interesting. The minute we get to top of climb, we pretty much get to top of descent, so we go up and we come down. So I'm actually, because this is such a short flight, I'm gonna go ahead and program in the arrival right now. $29.95. which I think that's what it was at DFW as well. The temperature is 27 degrees, which is approximately 81 Fahrenheit, and wind is 150 at 17. Decision height is 200. I read that on the chart already. And we're going for a full config. We're already in full, so yeah. Alright. And then when we're ready, we just need to hit activate approach phase. Go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs. It's pretty calm. Ding the camera crew so they can do their thing.
Yes, sir.
Is start service. I don't even know how you're supposed to respond to them saying that. I know there's some kind of voice command or something, but yeah. I don't know. Okay, next we just gotta hit standard. Oh my gosh. I think you're supposed to hit it from the bottom in order for it to change. I don't know. That's weird. Alright. Oh, the wing light can come off too. It's interesting that chat box is acting a little weird. There, it just vanished. Huh. Wow, it's a little foggy. I don't know if that's the weather engine. Well, it says cloudy, actually. Partly cloudy at the current position. Oh. So it says this... I don't see any turbulence, but it says there's heavy turbulence. Okay, what we're gonna do is play with a weather radar for a second. See if it's gonna pick up anything. I don't think you're supposed to take this past about 2.5. We'll leave it on 2. Bearing in mind that weather radar's only going to pick stuff up that's got moisture inside of it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I swear by the time we get up, we're coming back down again. Alright. Well, for those of you that went around earlier, let's just do a very quick cabin tour. Is the door open? Yep. Okay. So everybody knows what a galley looks like. You got the front galley here, where they make the coffees and the snacks, and there's the doors to get out, toilets, the restrooms, the lavatory. It doesn't open. This panel right here is the flight attendant panel. It's the same panel we have on this screen to control things like cabin ready. Obviously, we got our first class, all business class, right here, in a 2x2 configuration. And then we just have a regular economy class back here in a 3x3 configuration. Beautiful. I like those shadows off the seats on the floor. That's kind of cool. I'm thinking about trying X camera too. I heard that the moving around, you know, in cabins and aircrafts and things like that are a little smoother as well at some point. But yeah, the X-plane camera systems, it's okay. Alright, more lavatories back here. More coffee pots, places where they store food and snacks, and then the doors. And yeah, I think that's it. This floor texture is really cool though. Alright, let's go back to the front. These screens on the back of the seats are pretty cool. This is the Motavia mod. Sorry if I butchered that. Motavia mod allows you at night. If we ever do night flight, I'll show you. But they do. They brighten up the whole cabin even when the lights are out, which is really cool. So you can have that kind of real night lighting that you see on aircrafts, and the screens shine, which is cool. I know at least with the Tollus, there's some cabins you can get for different airlines. I'm hoping there is going to be some for this aircraft too. I haven't found anything yet, but I also haven't looked hard enough, so yeah. Alright. Let's go back in the cabin. We'll just jump right back in the seat here, correct side. Actually, one more thing I wanted to show you, this really cool sound. So, that slamming, if you heard it. That's another thing from the BSS sound pack, which is a modification pack for the sounds on this aircraft. That's why the engines sound the way they do. Ah, that's so good looking. Those clouds. That is the work of Active Sky, and technically the default slightly modified clouds in the Vesus Xvision preset. You can't tell me that doesn't look pretty realistic. To me, that's incredibly realistic looking. Yeah, that is so good. Alright. Okay, so where are we at? So we're at the top of climb. And we're almost there. And by the time we get there, we'll be at the top of descent. Okay, I got a weather update for aircraft at current position. Turbulence light, icing on, shear gradual, cloud shape round. It's not actually bad at all. This is okay. Into so that, yeah, that shines down on that. Okay. Okay, so we're just waiting on a top of descent. Okay, so top of climb and then top of descent. So this very small margin right here. Okay. So, I think it would be really cool if whoever's making the sound pack for yeah, the BSS, sorry, for I'm lost. So was the A319 the tallest? It would be cool if that was released sometime soon, because that aircraft's not as performance heavy. And I don't know. I in some aspects I like the cockpit, the flight deck a little better. Call me crazy, but yeah. So we are top of descent now. The top of climb. Sorry, we just passed top of climb, and now we're on a route to the top of descent. So in a moment, we'll set the altitude we're going to go down to. Yeah, it is definitely overcast. Trying to just take a couple screenshots from the best angle. Uh-oh. I think my X-plane just froze up. I got the spinning circle. I don't know if it's gonna recover or not. Come on. Okay, I guess we'll just wait for a second, see if it recovers or not. What's the likely chance of this pulling out of this? Dang it, X-Plane. Dang, it's gonna make me do the whole flight again. And we just crashed. Okay. Ah, darn it. Okay. I can load back in real quick. Problem is, I just have to go through the whole taking off again. I don't think resume last flight would do anything. Okay. Let me go ahead and put us back at Fort Worth, at Dallas Fort Worth, and then I'm just gonna run through everything really quickly without explaining. So it might be silence for a couple of seconds while I just run through and configure everything and get this thing back in the air. Darn it. Well, that happens in the world of X-Plane. Especially when jumping around with those camera moves like that. Well, heck. Come on. Of course, X-Plane's not exactly fast at loading either. Oh, come on.